Hello Libras, welcome to your reading, Libra. We're going to get into the Good Tarot, and then we're going to follow through with the Starseed Oracle deck and the Chinese Fortune Cookie Oracle deck. We're going to ask who you are, how others perceive you, what is it that they get wrong about you, and how does this affect you in relationships or the situations you find yourself in with people. Libra, who are you? It's jumping out. Wow. You're the Emperor. That's who you are, Libra. You're coming out as Emperor energy in this reading. You know who you are. You're very sure of yourself. You are the main boss. You are very sure of yourself. You have a strong sense of who you are. Yeah, I just want to say the Emperor. You could even be a boss. You could be a boss here. You could be the boss of your own life, the boss of your cat and your dog, the boss of a multi-billion-dollar company, whatever. How people perceive you. Interesting. The Four of Fire. The Four of Fire. They perceive you as a celebration. You're all that in this reading, aren't you? Wowzers. You are the Emperor, and they perceive you as something to celebrate. I didn't see this coming, but I like it. What do they get wrong about you? Oh, the Four of Earth. That's, yeah, what's that? That's small. What are you talking about? The Four of Earth. Maybe you seem a little closed off at times, and they don't know. They're wrong about why. They're totally wrong about why y'all closed off, if you're closed off at all. Okay, how this affects you in relationships. Oh, the Ace of Fire. I want to say you learn a lot about people. You learn a lot about people? What's going on here? The Two of Earth is at the bottom. There's a little bit, this almost like, you know how she's almost like hidden in the fog there? And she's secretly balancing this idea and that idea. Keeping things, you know, just kind of functioning and working here. I'm really intrigued by this one. You're the Emperor. That's who you are. You could even be like divine masculine energy. People perceive you as a celebration. They perceive you as someone to celebrate. They perceive you as someone they would want to celebrate with. I think people like you. Yeah, like, and I'm not sure if it has something to do with personality or your physical looks or both. Oh, they get the Four of Pentacles wrong about you. That's really interesting. I find it interesting when sort of like a physical card comes out for, you know, what is wrong about something. Like it doesn't really feel like it's just an idea. It almost feels like something is showing up like in reality in the physical in some way that would make people, or at least someone, believe that you are closed off, you don't share, you're distant, blocked, maybe trying to balance your finances, right? Like it's all very physical. So there must be some, maybe there's this, maybe you wear these fancy outfits and it seems unapproachable. Oh. So Starseed, let's see who you are. If you come out like with some sort of card, like a galactic leader, like, wow, who are you? Really, really now. Libra. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. Pulsing. I don't know. Who am I reading for? Like sometimes I wonder. You know, because anybody in the world can watch this, right? Anybody in the world can watch this. Because it's just, honestly, it feels like the leader of the free world. I don't know what it is. Like, it feels like the leader of Earth. Pulse of the mother. Are you someone who looks after the mother? Are you the mother? Are you the mother leader? You could be someone who's slowing down. You could be taking a break from being leader. You're having time in nature. You're earthing. You have a strong connection to earth. Could be kind of like a pagan energy too. Like maybe you're leader of the pagans. Now, you may not feel like this in sort of like man-made world, in the world that man has created. But in the world of earth, you know, what the heavens created here, you are leader of your own life. You are like supreme leader of your own life here on earth. You know, it may not feel like that depending on what kind of social structures have been built around you. But if those social structures weren't there, it's like you are, yes, a free and sovereign, possibly some of you a mother, but connecting to Mother Earth. You're really in tune to Earth. I don't know. Yeah. You understand the bounty that Earth has. You work with it well. You listen to the rhythms of the Earth and how you're reflected in that. Okay, how others perceive you. 4 of Fire. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Well, this is interesting. The 4 of Wands. You're not alone. I don't know. Married? I'm trying to figure this one out. The 4 of Wands, it could be like a marriage, like married, and you're not alone. How others perceive you. You're not alone. You're married. Could be with the Emperor too. Like, well, that's who you are. You are. You are. You are. You are the Emperor, because the Emperor is someone who would be in, is a lot of times is depicted as someone who is in a, you know, like a high level relationship here. People perceive you as not alone, but that you're in a relationship. Okay. Now, going beyond that, especially like connecting that with the 4 of Fire, but physical connection and community. That people perceive you as having some type of strong community around you. And it's like you're the leader of it. Okay. What did they get wrong? This 4 of Earth. Deep love, mother's milk. Why do you have mother here twice? You are the Emperor and the heart of the mother, right? The pulse, the beat of the mother. What they get wrong about you is the 4 of Pentacles and deep love, mother's milk. Birth is a portal. I'm just taking a second here because I feel like there's some sort of connection here between mother energy. Somebody else had that. Why do I feel like people think like it's almost like the love, the time, the energy that you have to give is focused, I don't know what to say, on like anyone besides who is getting something wrong about you. Why you're closed off. I feel like you could be. Well, you could just also have healthy boundaries between yourself and other people here. Now, if you're not married or in a relationship, for some reason you appear to be. Like you appear to be. And if you're closed off or you have some type of boundaries here between yourself and other people, it almost comes off like, well, that's why. How this affects you in relationships. The Ace of Fire. Baby steps. People need to, okay, I'm going to say how this affects you. It feels more like, oh, you may not understand people around. People are you're presenting in a way that is different from who you are. I feel like that, like, not to say, no, some of you could be married in a relationship. But there's something weird here. It's almost like, well, take the steps even though you don't know why. Ace of Fire. Like, right? Like, that's getting an idea. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. And you're following it. It's okay. How do I say this? It, like, there's something about your social status or something about you that people, they really get wrong here. I really feel like they get that wrong, and I feel like you don't know that. Like, it almost feels like you don't know that. And because you don't know that, you may not understand why people are acting a certain way around you. And so then you have to kind of like take one step at a time here with some people and try to understand what is going on here. My intuition is telling me this, but this doesn't make sense. Yeah, this is a weird one. This is a weird one. The Void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. Great cosmic womb. We have mother's milk and birth as a portal. There's something that you're birthing. Maybe that's why you have a boundary here with people. It's why you have a boundary, to me, is like what people are getting wrong about you. Like, if you have a boundary between yourself and certain people in your life, they're misunderstanding why you have the boundary. And if you don't realize that they're misunderstanding why there's a boundary, you may not be understanding their behavior as well. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, the other way I'm going to say this with the Ace of Wands and baby steps, how this affects you in relationships is that people around you might do or behave in certain ways that they really don't understand because they have a perception of you. And you still have to deal with that in some way. Like, it's a very funny, oh, see the Two of Pentacles. There is like, maybe there is two sides of you here. Okay, maybe the fortune card. This is, I might even pull some tarot out on this one. I find it very interesting. Who you really are. Emperor. Travel. Long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancements for others. I feel like you're somebody who has a lot of connections in probably a lot of different places around the world. These could be people that some of them you've met and some of them you have yet to meet. So now this is also interesting. Okay, so if you are in a relationship, right? Like it talks about that here. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. So if you're in a relationship, you're in the process of some type of career advancement coming through to you. Yeah, for sure with the Emperor. If you're single, these are exciting experiences. They're exciting, but it says and. Either way, I guess if you're like, you're in a relationship, well, then these aren't exciting. Maybe exciting means like romantic possibilities here. Because it seems to be like there's a difference between those that are single and those that are not. Okay. So I feel like there's some type of change or some type of travel. But it feels like it's connected, like networking, like people from faraway places. You have some type of status or experience here as well. How they perceive you. You're not alone for a fire. That really does feel like somebody who's in a relationship. So I don't know. I mean, you have the Emperor. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. So, okay, see, you are somebody, something going on with your career here. I feel like something is going on with your career. It says an advancement, and with the Emperor here, it does look very auspicious. I'm going to tell you, it looks very auspicious. It's weird, though, too, because it's almost like people have to try to rely on their intuition to understand who you are, who's around you, who you're with, what's going on, why. I'm feeling like, does it have something to do with the status of being an emperor? People also see you as really like in tune with your own intuition. You may have decided to change a career here or make some type of money investment. And in doing that, though, it's like, do they also feel like you got some advice in it? Or you're not the only one who's made this change in your life that has brought you some type of success? You look like to me that you're either experiencing it right now or you're on the cusp of some sort of career advancement. What people get wrong about you, this Four of Earth. So I don't know, I want to say you're moving and shaking. Care required. Oh my God, that's funny. Guard yourself, right? The Four of Pentacles and like the boundaries. I'm getting like boundaries with this card. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. You have to be really careful. I don't know, you have to be really careful to not get your emotions involved. Why do I feel like this reading almost feels a little Capricorn-y? like as I feel like we're talking about your career, that happens though with Libra. Yeah, we get that with you. We're not talking about that. And sort of like social status energies. You are in some type of position here where you need to have boundaries. And you need to have boundaries because there could be people around you who are trying to deceive you. And in that deception, you don't want to look foolish, right? You don't want to look foolish, like you're making some type of big mistake. How this affects you in relationships. Maybe you have to move real slow with people here too. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Oh, people perceive you as that, right? Trust your intuition and then follow your intuition before it makes sense. Ah, yeah. How this affects you. Tough and trying times, tough times ahead. Think long term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people at all costs. It's like you realize something. Fuck, I don't know what you realize. This is a funny reading for me. You're definitely following 100%. I got that part in this reading. You are following your intuition, even when it doesn't really make sense. And you could be following your intuition with some type of major changes in your life that you make. You got a boundary here. People don't understand it. It seems legitimate though, right? Like there could be people around you that are deceptive. You got to be careful that you don't look foolish. Emperor. You are the Emperor. I haven't really clarified much in readings. Look at this. The Fool. The Fool and the Five of Swords. See, no, there's something here where you have to be careful you don't look foolish. I don't know. You must have some type of status. You are the Emperor. And you could find yourself in situations where, I don't know why it's coming through like this. If I trust this person and I'm wrong, I'm going to look like an idiot. So I can't trust this person. If I don't trust this person and I'm wrong, there's nothing, you know, deceptive or wrong about this person, then I miss out. Like, right? Like, that's the Five of Swords. What's with the travel? It's also kind of giving me, too, somebody who's built up a lot here. So there's a lot of risk. The travel, the Empress and the Devil. Jeez. The Mother. Pulse of the Mother, the Empress. What is going on? Oh, the Empress. Oh, you're the Emperor. The Empress and the Devil. What the... Somebody makes you slow down. That's what that is. Somebody here makes you slow down. Maybe it's your partner. You could have a partner here who makes you slow down. And they make you slow down because there are times where you could be setting yourself up in a situation where you could come out. Nobody's going to win here, right? Like I already, doesn't matter which way you look at it or which side you take. Nobody's going to win here. But the Devil's connected to that. Tell me about the Devil. And that just could be like, yeah, it could be a codependent relationship of some type. The Devil. The Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Here, you go to your spot. I love you. I know. I'm in my zone right now, Larry. Thank you. So the Devil is some type of distance in love here, where love becomes distant. No, that's a good boy. Good boy, Larry. Good boy. When there is a disconnection in love. Pulse feels like heartbeat, right? Heartbeat energy. Why are you not alone? Why do people perceive you're not alone? The Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. It's almost like there's something that you're doing here, or there's something that you've done, which would indicate that you must be doing this with someone else, or there's someone else involved. That's what I'm getting here. Now, somebody could also feel like some type of betrayal that's happened here, or they can see that you've been betrayed. Maybe that's what makes sense here, is if you've been betrayed, that means there's somebody there who's done that. This is such a funny reading. But it's weird because it's kind of like trusting your intuition. You got to trust your intuition here. You may not, maybe there's been some type of partnership here in some way that you've been betrayed in. And people can see that, are you making decisions that are not just for yourself? That's the other thing I think. Okay, it's weird. There's a little bit of like, you know, if I was if you came into the gas station, I'm working at the gas station, inside, like you come to me at the cash register, and you're asking like weird things, or you're doing weird things, and it makes me feel like I don't feel like you're alone. And then because of these cards that just came out, I would literally like, do you need help? Is somebody telling you to say those things? Like, I don't know. It's really, I don't know how that applies, but that's what it looks like. It's looking like you're not the only one here in the room. Why would it look like that? Like, what is that scenario? You're not the only one making this decision. Okay, another one is, let's say I work in a bank and I work in a very misogynistic place. And it's very uncommon for women to come in and just open a bank account on their phone. And it's kind of like, right, if you're dealing with someone who is also, might look down on you, and they might be like, where are you getting these ideas? Who are you talking to? Like, right, let's say you come in. Let's say you're a woman and you come in to the bank. And you want to open a bank account. So, but you have questions, and I'm like, I'm surprised that you would know that. As a woman, why, like, your husband must have told you these, like, that's how this comes across. Like that, I don't know what the scenario is. I'm sort of like grabbing at straws here to come up with something, because it's a little bit weird and odd, but it is. It's like, okay, it could be another thing. It could be like, okay, let's say you're hanging out with a group of people. I don't know what the situation is. I'm not going to try to come up with one. You're just hanging out with a group of people. Maybe there's a long weekend coming. Everybody's like, what are you doing for the long weekend? I'm doing this. I'm going out with the kids, or I'm going to go, whatever. And it's like, you would say something, it would say, we're going to. So people would be like, we're? Who's we're? And then that's it. And you would leave. And so, like, it leaves people guessing. I don't know why. That's all. Like, that's what this is. I don't know what the scenarios would be, but that's how it's like that. That's it exactly. It's like that. It's like, well, what are you doing for the long weekend? I'm going to drive up to my mom's. I'm going to do this. I'm, or if I said we, maybe I would say like, oh, my son and I, we're going to drive up to my mom's. See, that gives you a clear indication of who the we is. These cards, because it's kind of like, it leaves people like not sure. And the only way I could come up with that is like, so your response to what are you doing for the long weekend is, well, we're going to go up to the beach. Like, okay, I don't know who that is, but all right, have fun at the beach. Yeah, there's something weird here. I don't know. I don't know. Please tell me in the comments. Like, what, like, I don't know. How else would that be? Because that's what's here. It's your reading. That's what I have in these cards. See? Oh, look. The bottom is the Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Okay? That is like watching and like, I don't know. I don't know about Libra. Who is Libra talking to? Where are they getting these ideas? Or who are they going there with? What, like, there's something about your status and who you are, and people are like, really, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. How this affects you, sort of tough and try. Maybe you're having a tough time with a partner and you don't want to talk about it. I mean, it could be that too, right? It could be that. You're like, I don't want to talk about it. So maybe if you used to have conversations with people and you would say we, now you're just kind of saying I. Like, what's going on with that? What's going on with that? I'd like, this baby steps. It's like, it is possible here that there's something going on you want other people to know about it. You don't want other people to know about this in your life. Care required. You don't want to look silly. Yeah. There is something where you are kind of making the choice here that not all information about yourself needs to be knowed. I need a vacation. Not all the information about yourself needs to be knowed. You know what I'm saying? You need to know. People need to know everything about you. That's who you are. Go do the extended. In the extended Libra, I'm going to ask who they are. I don't know who they are. Maybe these people that are like, what the fuck is up with Libra? Who they are, how you perceive them, what you get wrong about them. How does this affect them in this situation or relationship with you? I'm going to use the same decks to do that too. There are 2 options in the description below for the extended if you would like to follow me there. Thank you so much, Libras. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.